lessons. Today we're going to talk about chords in circles. What's a chord?
The line on the inside but doesn't on the outside, but it's not through the center.
Right, it's the line that has the endpoints on the circle, not in the center or anything. Looking at this angle here that we are looking for, x, we're looking for that angle. Is the angle in the center? No. Is the angle inscribed?
No.
No. It's not either of those. Okay, so we need to figure out how we can find that angle that's in the circle, but it's not center or inscribed. Okay, so what you're going to learn is we have two arcs that are labeled here. Okay, to find that angle that's in the middle, we're going to take the average. What does average mean?
Add them up, divide by however many.
Right, we're finding the middle of what the two are. So I'm going to take my two arcs, 174, plus my other arc, 106, divided by, how many are there? How many arcs are there? 2, so I'm going to divide by 2. What is 174 plus 106? 280 divided by 2, which is 140. So we get 140 degrees. Now, I want to ask you something. We said that value is supposed to be in the middle of those two arcs.
Yeah.
Does it make sense for this value to be 140?
No.
Is it in between 174 and 106?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, another thing I want you to realize, what's the difference between 174 and 140? 30.
Oh, wait, it's that.
36. Sorry, 134. Sorry, 34. And then, what should be the difference between these two?
34.
Also
It's
34.
that.
Is it?
It's those problems from forever ago.
Yes. So, you can use those two methods to help you figure that out. Okay? So, we'll do more examples. But if that angle's in the center, it's the average between the two. Okay? Let's look at another example.
Example 2.
Right here. What is the part that we are looking for?
X.
Which is an arc or angle?
Arc.
It's an arc. Okay? So, how can I solve this problem? No. Right, because if we did the average... Okay, someone had something going over here. Okay, because we said that this angle, this middle value, should be in the middle of the two arcs. Okay, so we have one of them, 60, so we need to find the difference between these two.
20.
Right, 80 minus 60 gives us 20, so the distance between these two should also be 20. How do I figure out if I need to add the 20 or subtract the 20?
Above or below?
Right, from here, we already have a value lower than 80, so we need a value greater than 80. So we can take 80 plus 20 to give us 100 degrees. Now, check. Some people last period were asking me, is it right? You check if it's right. Does it make sense for that value to be 100?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so there's different ways you can check to make sure your answer is correct and makes sense. Okay? Questions on those? Go ahead and do these 3 on your own. On these problems, you want to understand what you're looking for. Okay, on number 1, what are we looking for? The angle or the arc? The angle, it's in the middle. Okay, what do we do if it's in the middle?
Add them up, divide by 2.
Take the average, okay? Well, you know, 190 plus 70 divided by 2. What's 190 plus 70? 260 divided by 2 is 130. Double check, does it make sense?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, on number 2, what are we looking for? Angle or the arc? Angle. It's in the middle, so what do we do? Same thing, find the average. 66 plus 70 divided by 2. What's 66 plus 70? 136.
Divided by 2 is 68.
Divided by 2 to get 68. Check. Does it make sense? Yes. Yep. Okay, number 3, what are we looking for? The arc or the angle? Looking for the arc.
If you
So can I add them up and divide by 2?
No.
No.
You take the center and multiply by 2.
No.
That's how I do it.
I just subtracted 99 by 72, subtracted 27
Correct. Because from these two numbers, what can we figure out?
distance.
The distance between the two. So take 99 minus 72 to give you 27. Okay, if I know that distance is 27, what do I know about this?
27.
It's also 27. But how do I figure out what that value is?
Subtract by
Why do you subtract and not add?
Because it's green.
Right. Here we got bigger. Here we want to get smaller. Okay, so we need to take 72 minus 27 to get 45. Okay. Questions about that property right there? Okay. We got one more to talk about today, and that's the different segment lengths of the chords. Okay, so we're given a chord, 2 chords that intersect each other. What does intersect mean? They touch or they cross. Okay, so the chords are split up into 2 different parts. See that? ST is made up of what parts? Right, what are the values?
3 and 6.
3 and 6.
That's 9.
So I have the values of 3 and 6. What are the values of the other?
3.
Right, 9 and X. Okay, so we have our 2 chords. This one was ST, this one was QP, and this is what they were split up into. Okay, now to figure out the value of X, we're going to set up an equation. These multiply together. So we're multiplying the 2 different parts. So solving, what's 3 times 6? 18 equals, what's 9 times X? Just 9X. And then what's the one step I need to do to solve?
Divide by 9.
Divide by 9.
That's 2x.
So X equals 2. Check, does it make sense for that length to be 2? Yes. Okay. I'm going to do another one with you. Number 4. What's one of my chords? NL right here. What is it made up of?
12 and 6.
12 and 6. Okay, the other chord, K and M, what's it made up of? 12 and X. Yep. Big misconception sometimes is we mismatch them. Okay, so make sure you match them up correctly. So now solve. What's 12 times 6? 72. What's 12 times X?
12x.
12X. Last step,
Divide by 12, you get 6.
divide by 12. So you get X equals
6.
6. Something that I saw from a couple people, and it's common, okay? Some of us put together 9 and 6. Why can I not put together 9 and 6? Because they're not a part of the same chord. Okay, so what should go with 9? X should go with 9. And then what's the other line made up of? 6 and 6. Okay, so on this side we have 9 times X, and then we have 6 times 6. 36. Last step. Divide by 9. X equals 4. Okay, and then this last example, what's one of my pairs?
RT 6 and 4.
Yep, right here, 6 and 4. And then what's the other pair?
US.
Yep, 8 and X. If it helps, draw these lines to help you figure out what's together. So 6 times 4? 24. Last step. Divide by 8. X equals 3. Good. Questions about chords? Today was all about chords. Okay.